Bitcoin is trading at $52,000 yet again. It's another day above $50,000, which is incredibly bullish for Bitcoin and the rest of the crypto market. But on today's show, we're going to have a look at one signal which, if it fires, could send Bitcoin to $60,000 much quicker than many of you may believe. And that would likely also send the altcoins absolutely flying into Valhalla. We almost at Valhalla. You can see over here, we've been patient, we've been long and strong for a very long time, and we are being rewarded for that. So a big shout out and congratulations goes out to each and every single one of you. But when the market becomes greedy, we do need to start to at least be a little bit cautious. I don't want to say we need to be fearful yet of the pumps. Everything is long and strong. Look at these beautiful candles, continuation higher, strong 5-day high time frame closing candles. And this is showing you that we're in a powerful trending move. And it's like a steam train, right? You don't want to pick up pennies in front of a freight train. You ultimately want to go in line with that trend. And that trend is very strong towards the upside. Vote in the poll section below because I want to know your thoughts. Where do you believe this Bitcoin move tops out? Is it already topped out right over here, just above $52,000? Will it top out at $55,000, at $60,000, or $70,000 and beyond? Let me know. Where do you think we'll see a local pullback, right? A major top and a local high, and then start to have a pullback from that region, because we do need to start to watch for any signs of weakness, which is exactly what I'm doing right now. You can see prices coming into the range quarterly, and it's rejected there, at least on the lower time frames, a couple of times. But we need to focus on what's happening here with the high time frames. Now, what would be one signal which would absolutely teleport Bitcoin up to that $60,000 mark? Well, one thing you'd be looking for first and foremost is the weekly close. That's one thing you're going to look at. You want to see the weekly close above that range quarterly. And if it closes anything like last week's candle, you can expect that next week you're probably going to see continuation much higher. And the next obvious level of resistance is going to be that $60,000 mark, which is, of course, where we set in those two major tops, right, within the 2021 bull run. So very exciting times. And the craziest part of all of this is that still the majority of retail participants are not even in the market. It's absolutely mind-boggling. They'll likely only start to return after the all-time highs are broken. It's aggressive and it's moving very quick. Smash the like button, hit the bell notification, and if you are new to the channel, make sure that you are subscribed, as that will qualify you as part of the Banter Bags giveaway, which will be coming up in a couple of weeks to months' time, depending on when we hit the numbers. The great thing about this current move over here, as I can quickly show you, 2024, that is the Bitcoin year-to-date return on investment. And if it goes anything like the prior bull markets, well, this is what you can expect to take place next. So you can see over here, this is the current Bitcoin year-to-date. I know you might have to zoom in over there, but just look at my cursor in line with this region over here. It's nothing like some of the other bull runs that we've previously had. And with the institutional flows continuing to come into the market each day, they are forced to buy more and more, right? Because they get the request from at least the participants within the ETF that they want to buy Bitcoin, and then BlackRock needs to go the following day and actually buy that underlying Bitcoin, the spot Bitcoin, and that's what's driving the price up so aggressively. If you look over here on the high time frame, looking at the momentum oscillators over here by Chart Prime, you can see that it's continuing towards the upside over here. The money flow is continuing towards the upside, and there's a lot of room and momentum still in the tank, right? Which does suggest that it's a real possibility that you could actually hit that $60,000 mark. And although it literally seems like clickbait, this seems like a clickbait thumbnail, but it's actually 100% correct because of the momentum which we've seen. I have shown you here as well, when we look at the volatility, it's only just starting to expand. So in line with the momentum oscillators, there is a lot of gas in the tank. And eventually, though, we are going to see a strong liquidation towards the downside, meaning longs will be liquidated. It's been a while since we last saw that. The last major long liquidation candle that we saw happened on the 3rd of January, which was absolutely ages ago. So we'll keep an eye out on this chart. That is going to be the entry opportunity for anyone out there that has completely missed out. For those of you who have not been in the market at all and you're only returning to the market now based on what's happening price action wise, that's when you're going to want to get in, when you see the big long liquidations take place over here. But for now, this market is currently spot driven, as it has been for such a long period of time. Ever since this $38,000 mark, you could see over here the spot cumulative volume delta interest continuing to grind towards the upside. Of course, we know a lot of that right now is the institutions, and we had the market being almost artificially driven down with leverage, right? Derivatives traders, futures traders sending price towards the downside, and as soon as they started to capitulate or close their short positions and flip long, that's what created the explosive move towards the upside, and we did warn of that. If you look over here at the open interest, it's not by any means completely overheated. If you look over here, we've been much higher before. We're nowhere even near those previous levels. So all in all, it looks like this rally could potentially be sustainable, and it is looking good for the bulls. If you look over here at trading lights as well, we can identify, is there any major sell orders which are currently attempting to step into the market? And if I toggle the tool to big Bitcoin size orders of, let's say, 500 to 1,000, which is something that we didn't see too long ago. Just a couple of months ago, they were looking to offload in that size over here, 1.2 thousand Bitcoin orders. That was around the $50,000 mark. Price obviously got to $48,000, came down, set in a higher low, and continued. And now those players are not willing to sell at those prices anymore, and the books look empty. Look at that. There's no heat map levels over here for big size Bitcoin orders. We'll keep an eye out. If something like that presents itself, I'll bring it to your guys' attention. You can have a look. If I move to lower orders, though, those are the biggest orders that you're getting, is around 250 Bitcoin size orders. There it is. We pretty much wicked that level, but with the demand that's currently in the market right now, that's not enough to reverse price. You can see there's another one that's set up over here at $53,000. So these are just short-term traders that are looking to make a quick buck on the volatility, and it's still very strong spot-driven market trades. So all in all, looking good. You can see some of the tokens are starting to run, and I'm already noticing the memes are back, right? The memes are back. Look, you got Myro up, you got Wen up. This is, of course, number 401 to 500 in CoinMarketCap. You can adjust that to the top 100. The top 100 are moving. That's on the hourly. All in all, looking good. On the daily, there was a little bit of a pullback for a lot of the coins. The weekly, most of them are still green. Monthly, surprisingly, actually, some of the coins are still red. So a lot of the altcoins have some catching up to do to Bitcoin, with them lagging quite significantly. So let me know in the comment section, are you trading altcoins? I have opened up a series of new trades. I'm going to show you on today, show some of the trades that I've taken, and I'm continuing to scale in. If you wish to see those trades, guys, smash the like button. Let's help to get the algorithm tingling over here, get the show content out there to more people so that they're not forced to buy higher. Share this as well with a friend or family member now rather than later, because it's not too late to get into the altcoins. As for Bitcoin, I don't know if I'd be chasing over here. All right, we had our front run signal fire off over here, which is the Coinbase global chart on the bottom. We've said that this has been leading the market, right? When this was coming down, Coinbase came down to these low levels before Bitcoin set in its local high at $48,000 and then started to sell off and create the high low. And this also started to bounce before Bitcoin. And now if you look at Coinbase, it's showing strong continuation higher, which is what you expect to happen with Bitcoin. The stock market has also had an increase in buying pressure, and that looks like the dip for the S&P 500 on the top left-hand panel over here. I'm expecting continuation higher for the S&P 500 based on this candle, and that probably leads into the Nasdaq as well as the Dow Jones, and this is where extreme FOMO starts to set in with the market, and you're going to see everything move aggressively towards the upside, which is why I've started to open a whole lot more altcoin positions. These are my longer term holds that I'm creating over here. I am taking them on perpetuals, so I'm scaling into the positions bit by bit. And I have a whole lot open, right? The red ones are the ones that I've literally just opened this morning. So the other ones, we're well on our way into the profits over here with 270%, Theta up 7%. We have 28% trade on NEAR. Myro, we already up almost 100% over there. Manta, we up 18%. Jupiter, finally that one recovered 6%. It took quite a while. The other one's Injective, still flat, but we're waiting for a potential move on that. IMX 2% up. We have ETH up 26% and still looking for a whole lot more on that trade. We have 18.5% on Big Time. Atom up 12% and Casper up 45%. And I'm actually looking to scale in a lot more on the Casper position. If you want to see the entry levels that I'm eyeing out on Casper, guys, let me know in the comments. And a reminder, smash the like button and vote in the poll section. Where do you believe that Bitcoin will top out, at least as a local high, before we get the next major pullback? So I'll move this along over here. And when we get back to Casper, I'll show you what I'm looking to do next with that particular trade. Now, you can see that if you look at the liquidation levels, of course, there is still low liquidity at that $34,000 level. If we see the selling pressure come into the market, marked by massive, massive sell orders in the region of 500 to 1,000 Bitcoin sell orders, we can start to take that seriously as a possibility of a distribution level where big players might start to offload at a profit. And if that happens, we'll look to the lower liquidity levels. The worst case scenario right now is $35,000. However, I do think that that's less likely, and I'll show you why in a moment. If you look at Bitcoin dominance, continuation higher, still waiting for that potential 60% mark, which many people thought would never ever come. If Bitcoin continues to grind towards that 60% mark, expect that total 3 will consolidate above that $500 billion mark within this region over here. And that's the opportune moment where you can start to scale into your altcoin positions, which is currently what I'm doing on that Bybit account. By the way, Bybit are running a competition, guys. If you want to join their swing trading competition, the link is in the description below. Feel free, click that link, participate if you are swing trading like I am. Okay, as I said, volatility only just taking off. It's expanding already. What this means is you got a lot more in the tank, right? It's going to go a lot higher and it's expanding towards the upside. The only way that this changes is, of course, if Bitcoin or Ethereum starts to pull back, then you might get a reset in the volatility where it kind of messes around this area a little bit longer, in the same way that we saw at these levels over here when Bitcoin was trading around $28,000, $25,000 to $28,000. And ultimately, look, when it eventually left that region with a big expansive move towards the upside, I'll probably use a highlighter to show you. There you go. When you got that move, that's what led from $25,000 up to $52,000. So keep a close eye out on this. If it does roll back over, it's just going to be a reaccumulation zone. Now, when it comes to the way that the market is currently moving, it's actually more beneficial. Although we want the number to go up, we want to see higher prices. It's more beneficial for us to rather watch Bitcoin consolidate here between $45,000 and about $55,000. If it can consolidate in that $10,000 range, it will be creating a very, very strong base of support, and that will allow for the sustainable rally to continue. If we continue to run up too fast, it's going to become unsustainable and we're going to get slammed down very, very hard. The prior Bitcoin pullbacks have been in the region of 20 to 40%. In this cycle, we've only seen 22% pullbacks. We're still yet to see a 40% pullback. If Bitcoin continues to rally up towards the next target level, which is going to be $60,000, and we don't even pull back from $52,000 over here, expect that the next pullback after that $60,000 mark is probably going to be one of those 40% pullbacks. So let's just say, hypothetically speaking, we did play that move out. What would that look like? Well, now a 40% pullback would take you all the way back down to $35,000, which is exactly where that liquidity is stacked. So pay attention to that. If we continue to run aggressively, personally, I think I'm going to be selling at $60,000, especially if I see the heat maps showing bright yellow over here with massive sell orders coming into that level. It's been too quick. Then I'm going to have to take some profits off the table and look for lower levels. ETH BTC on the right hand side is still battling into this order block level over here. You have the rejection from the 0.0557 level, and alt season will commence if it can get back above this level and continue up. So struggling with that order block. Let's see what happens next. As for the ETH USD pair, that is still doing well. It's playing out towards our intended target, which is coming up at $3,300. That's still in the total realm of possibility, especially when you look at the previous week's candle. Also, almost a full body close, strong candle. I'm expecting this to be continuation towards the upside. And the current red candle that you're seeing, that's most likely just going to be a little wick that's been left behind, like you saw on the 12th of February. Okay, that's at least what this is showing me over here. I understand a lot of the market participants are fearful with price running as high as it has. And I also wouldn't be surprised if this is a pretty hated rally. A lot of people have been left behind. We're looking for much lower prices. Now, we also need to be realistic and ask ourselves, well, what if this is the next top? Like many of you have voted, 21% of you here have voted. Let's look at the poll results. 21% of you have said that it's topped. This little wick that we have right now, you're saying that's the top. The rest of you believe higher prices, $55,000, $60,000, $70,000. If the minority of you are correct, and this is in fact the top, this is going to be your next pullback level. The most probable level that's going to bounce price is going to be 44,000 to 44,500. That's between my 0.618 and 0.65 level. I'll continue to track this as price moves up until eventually we do set in a local top, and I will raise my orders, right? My buy orders currently would be sitting in this region. So if you've missed out on the move and you're looking to buy the next higher low, that's the most likely place that price is going to bounce within the zone over here. 40,000 or 44,000 to 44,500. Stagger your orders within that region. That's going to be the bounce zone. But each and every day as price grinds higher and higher, that price level is going to change. If you are looking for somewhere to trade, by the way, and you haven't got an exchange account, guys, check out Bitget as well, because they're currently offering up to a $30,000 sign-up bonus, and they were kind enough to wish you Happy Valentine's Day, which you can see over there. Happy Valentine's Day for yesterday. But I also want to bring up the banter bags once again. A reminder, if you don't know what the banter bags are, it's where we give away IDO seed round investments which we've made throughout the bear market. We put $1,000 into each, and we give the whole thing away to the community once we hit the subscriber counts that we're looking for, which is 1 million subscribers on the Crypto Banter channel, which is this channel here. Subscribe to the channel. 350,000 on the Banter Plus channel, and you need an exchange link from Crypto Banter to qualify. If you've done those three things, subscribe to both channels, 1, 2, you signed up using the exchange links below, you are in the Banter bag. So when we hit those numbers, we'll give them away. All right, continuing on from that, Bitcoin over here is in the area of interest where we would expect a major local top to form, because it's between the 618 and 786 on the Fibonacci retracement level taken from all-time high to low. That's the gray box area that's highlighted. But you don't want to fade the trend. The trend is incredibly powerful right now. You have price holding above the pivot level, the EMA 200 on the 1 hour chart, as well as the 4 hour chart. And you have all the other moving averages trending towards the upside on the daily. So it looks very, very strong. If we set in a local top and we get slammed down hard, I do also want to remind you that you can also stagger your orders around that 200 EMA and the 200 MA. So if you don't want to chase price, you've been left behind, that's the level that you want to watch, right? We're going to get into the altcoins in just a moment. Also tracking over here on the 4 hour time frame. If you want to hold on to all of your profits and you're worried about the day-to-day trading, literally just track underneath each higher low. So that was your previous high low. You can now move that up to the next one. Your stops would be underneath this level at about $47,000, $48,000. If you break below that level, well, you might be reversing the trend. Your 4 hour will be the early warning sign. every single big move up that we've had has created a fair value gap. So where's the fair value gap on this one? This is going to be your fair value gap. This has provided all the prior dip opportunities. If price comes down into this gray box over here, that's probably going to find support. You can see over here, you have your 21 exponential moving average. That's on the 4-hour time frame. That fair value gap has bounced price every single step of the way since we initiated this move, and you can continue to play that until it fails, right? So if you were looking for your entry, as mentioned, on the short term, entry would be here around $50,000, and your stop loss would be at just under $48,000 underneath that higher low. Okay, so that is Bitcoin. It's looking good. Here's Casper. This is one of the biggest positions that I'm attempting to build. I've already got a lot on spot. We also took a small leverage long, but now I'm looking to take an even bigger leverage long. So if you want me to take that trade right now, guys, smash the like button. I have the account loaded up over here. I'm ready to take the trade, as well as having dollar cost average into all of those other trades. I'm ready to take the trade. Let me know in the comments as well. Should I take the trade now or should I be patient? Okay. The reason why I'm interested in Casper at these levels is it's shown signs of strength, right? We have a big reaccumulation range over here. We came down to the bottom. That was the zone to load up at 9.3, so 0.093 cents. And that led to the big expansive move. And now we're consolidating above the pink zone. As long as you consolidate above the pink zone and you grind into this resistance, it's eventually going to lead to a big breakout, right? So you can see if I go into a lower time frame, this is what I'm seeing, the potential for a bull flag. Now, of course, this can come lower. It's possible that you sweep into these lows one more time, something like this. On Casper, I'm going to quickly draw it out. So I might scale into the order across these levels. There you go. So from current levels, I mean, this has got, you got a little trend line over there coming in at 13.65, so 13 cents. And potentially it could come down to 13.4. So I'm looking to build a Casper long position within this region, a bigger position. I already have a Casper long, but I'm looking to build a bigger position within that region. What do they say, James? Must I take the trade, or what do they think? What do they think? Let me know in the comments, guys. Should I take the trade or not?
Don't do it, cash too high. Don't take the trade. Let's take the trade. Please show.
Okay, I'm reading your guys' comments. Bet more. You got to scale up positions, guys. I know Casper's moved a lot, but you want to trade these strong coins, right? Things that have shown relative strength. The biggest mistake that you can make is trade the laggards, trying to get into positions that haven't yet moved, things that look like they're bottomed out, but there's just no interest, right? What you lose there is not money or dollars. You're losing opportunity cost where you could be making elsewhere, right? Retail is thinking about deploying. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if retail are thinking about deploying. I've been trying to gauge the retail interest, and I don't know. It's pretty low. It's pretty low. We can go over here. Let's have a look. Okay, let's quickly go have a look over here. Is it in this one over here? Let's just go to the bottom. There we go. Okay, let's have a look. We will go to two separate things. One is YouTube subscribers, YouTube views, 3 things, and we will go to Twitter followers per analyst. Let's see, is retail back? That is the question. If you look over here, what's going on with the Twitter followers by top analysts, right? So here's the different analysts: Benjamin Cowan, BitBoy, Coin Bureau, Altcoin Daily, Data Dash, Journey, Crypto Invest, Answers, Crypto.Us, Crypto Banter, Plan B, Digital Asset News, and then it's correlated with the Bitcoin price. Now, look at what the heat map looked like over here within the prior cycles as we started to rally. This has only recently just started to take off. I don't think it's that significant, right? Look at where prices, look at where retail interest was the last time when Bitcoin went to $46,000, $47,000. We were at higher levels then. Now we're above that. We're at $52,000. Yet look at that. There's nothing. No interest, right? What about YouTube subscribers? Flat. Very, very flat. We at the, as per the little histogram over here, we're at the same levels in terms of subscribers as what we were when Bitcoin was coming out of the COVID lows. I don't think that the retail interest has necessarily peaked yet. Not even close. I don't even think that it's back yet. I think that they're slowly thinking about coming, but I'm not sure that they're back. So very, very interesting. You guys let me know. As per the Casper trade. Okay, let's have a look. This is the levels. This is what I'm looking at. I'm going to scale into the position over here. I am going to set up a grid order. That's my plan of action over here. So this is how I do it. I'm going to plan on setting in a grid order. I'm going to go a little bit low. I'm going to get a little bit sneakier on this entry. Okay, so we're looking at scaling in, or at least I'm looking at scaling in from 13.4 up to, let's say where current price is 39, 13.4 to 39. Okay, 13.4 to 39. So let's have a look over here. I'm going to go under tools. I'm going to go into scaled orders. There you go. Ladder your entries in. I'm going 3x leverage on this position. And let's just quickly grab those numbers again. Okay, so we got, I'll go 39. We'll put the first order in now, 39, pretty much at current levels. So price range. Okay. 39. And the lower one I'm going to put in over here at 13.4. Okay, 13.9 to 13.4. How many grids do I want? I'm going to go with 10 grids. Okay, and how much Casper am I taking on this trade? This is quite a big trade, guys. Pretty substantial. Let's just quickly calculate over here. Give me 1 second. I want to take $150,000 position divided by 14. So I'm looking at about 107,000. Okay, I'm going to go with about 100. I'm going to go with 100,000. There we go. Okay, a little bit lower. I want to use $50,000 worth of capital, but I'm on 3x leverage, so I'm taking it up to about $150,000 trade. Okay, is that correct? Let me just see. The screen is very far from me. 1, 2, 3. It's probably easier to do it like this. Okay, cool. That's it. That's my trade. Some orders in your scaled orders have failed. Details below. Okay, it's probably I have to adjust the margin, but let's see. Casper. Okay, most of them are here. Okay, that's a trade. That's one of the trades. So I've upscaled the position. Remember that my Casper position is already 45% in profit. You can see over here. And I also have spot Casper within my portfolio. So I've now added into that position. I'm looking to scale it up. The reason that I'm scaling in and I'm on low leverage is obviously if price comes down further, if Bitcoin sets in a local top, I want to be able to cut that position or add to it if it is going to form a high low. But for now, that's the position. All right, let's continue on over here. Okay, looking at Bitcoin, yes, there is a lot of long interest over here in terms of the market, but it's less than what we saw yesterday. A lot of people took profit, right? We have 456 longs versus 92 shorts. Last time we looked at this, which the ratio, that's not that skewed, right? It's a 1-to-4 ratio, 1 short for every 4 longs. There's no stop loss. Somebody's asking, where's the stop loss? I'm dollar cost averaging in, right? So this is not, yes, I'm on margin, but I'm on very, very low leverage. I have additional collateral in the exchange, which I can easily move over. I've calculated my risk already. Think of it as a spot trade. Think of it more as a spot trade. I just like to use the derivatives platform because it's easier for me to see where I'm at percentage-wise. I can put both a stop loss and a take profit in later. Whereas, as I'm sure many of you know, if you're trading spot, you can only place one of those orders, right? You can either place a stop loss or you can place a TP. You can't place both. So think of it more as a spot trade. It's a $150,000 spot trade. Okay. Leverage, it's not overdone yet. It's not overcooked yet, right? We can see over here as well. I showed you the open interest is not completely overboard yet. It's still looking somewhat okay. Yesterday, we covered all the different altcoins that I'm considering scaling into. Many of them I selected from here, the ones that are dollar cost average into this morning. If you go through into the Discord, I did drop it over there. Here it is. Okay, so I drop everything over here. There's all the Bitget trades. Everything is in the Discord. If you join Whale Room, it is in there. Feel free, go have a look over there if you want all of these different trades. I also shared this entire list in the Discord as well if you want the watch list. Not all of these are available on Bitget. I've taken them on low leverage perpetuals. For everybody that's wondering in Whale Room that you've been asking me, where's the TP, where's the stop loss? Remember, I'm treating the low leverage account as a spot trading account for the reasons I just told you. Okay, what to be careful of? Just in, what could ruin the party? US House reportedly faces a serious national security threat. So this has started to do the rounds. It just came out yesterday. I see a lot of people are starting to panic that we might have a black swan event. I think it's unlikely. It's obviously possible, and that's why they call it a black swan event, because you can't really see it coming. Control your risk. Use a NordVPN. Protect your security. Don't get hacked. If you're worried about that stuff, reduce your risk to exchanges, right? So don't have too much exposure on exchanges. Use a ledger, use a NordVPN. I see NordVPNs in the top over there, guys. They are one of the sponsors. You can sign up. It literally works out to something like 2 cents a day in US dollars, 2 cents a day. You're getting a massive discount over there if you use our link from Crypto Banter below. You're getting 62% off of your 2-year plan. 30 days money back guaranteed. Very, very easy over there. Stay safe. Okay. So that's the only thing that could really ruin the party right now. Guys, let me know in the comments if you want any altcoin requests done. I'm basically complete with the show. So now it's on to your guys' stuff. What do you want? Okay. What is the reason for the say pump? Apparently, there's a lot of bullish news coming, right? There's also, with these things, there's a lot of insider trading within crypto. It's not as regulated as traditional markets. So these guys probably know about some major announcements, and consequently, they've been pumping price towards the upside. Okay. What else? UK into recession eventually, but Germany's been in recession, and yet their stock market is at all-time highs and continues to do so. So that is also the case. The markets are irrational, right? Trade the chart that's in front of you. Okay, Cardano. Let's have a look at Cardano. Someone's asking for Cardano. I'm going to look at the high time frame over here. There's Cardano. Okay, Cardano, I did tell you guys, I told you guys on Cardano, it was dropped in Whale Room, and I told you, I think even on the live show, this was the level, right? Boom, there, that was the level, higher low, heading into a key level of support. Stochastic RSI fully resetting. I told you place your stops over here. You can see there it is. That was the level. I said here's your stop loss. Put your stop loss in. Cardano is likely going higher, and that's it. You can probably raise your stop loss higher now if you want. You can probably trail it because this is on a weekly time frame. But this is what I'm seeing on a lot of the coins, right? This is why I'm going long. Although it seems scary on Bitcoin, currently the price action that I'm seeing on a lot of the altcoins looks like this. It has one last level of resistance to break through, and then everything looks set to explode towards the upside. Big moves, right? Cardano here is your target, $1.18, right? Now I know they call the software vaporware for Cardano. Doesn't matter. There's the trade. Look at that beautiful trade. This was the setup that I gave you guys. Look at your risk to reward ratio. Had you taken this trade that I gave, you would be looking at, let's just drop that down. There we go. We entered on that line over there and up to the top to the TP. That is an 11-to-1 risk to reward ratio. Absolutely mammoth trade. And there's a lot of them out there that look like this. If you look over here at Solana as well, here's Solana. looking to push through this resistance level. A lot of momentum still that can come back into the market. If Solana can break this level, it's going to move very, very quickly, right? Yes, you have a little bit of resistance at 137. You have a little bit of resistance with the order block that broke price down at 148. And then your next target is going to be almost $200, just shy of $200 for Solana. So very, very significant over there. Okay. Ape. Let's look at ApeCoin. Somebody is asking for Ape. We'll view these things on the higher time frame. I really think that you can do yourself a lot of justice if you do go view the charts on the higher time frame right now, because if you look at the low time frames, there's a lot of chop right now. There's a lot of fear. But when you look at the high time frames, you can actually appreciate what's really going on with price. Okay. ApeCoin. Here we go. All right, here's Ape. Ape is starting to move. We already took the long in whale room ages ago. We took the long a couple of weeks ago. So we are long on Ape right now. Yes, Ape is going to have resistance. It's going to be coming in. Let's use this tool over here. Resistance for Ape coming in at this level over here, 178. But if it can break above that, well, what is this going to start to look like? A new macro higher low and continuation higher, right? Low, macro higher low, breaks out, continuation higher. Ape will very quickly become popular once again. All right, what else do we have? Okay, ICP. I'll look at ICP. Okay, ICP. Have I brought this one up before? Yes, I have. Here it is. Okay, let's have a look at ICP. One of the older coins, I don't know if it's going to catch a major bid because it already had a pretty substantial move. If it does move from this level with the rest of the market, your next major level of resistance is going to be around 22. Personally, I do think there's better looking things out there, but if maybe you're someone that was long already off the lows, then yeah, you may as well continue to hold it. Let's go back to the poll. Do you have the poll results, James? Vote below. See what the rest of your peers are voting. Do you have the poll results? I don't have it. I lost it. There's the poll results. Where will this Bitcoin move top out? Okay, it looks like James clicked 55,000. Is that you, James? Did you click that? Okay, 55,000. So the majority of you believe we've just got a little bit left in the tank. Also a reminder, currently, there is a promotion on CoinW. If you do want to sign up to an exchange without having to do all the red tape of KYCing, they are offering an opportunity for you, and you can also get up to $30,500 in sign-up bonuses, so in line with the other premier exchanges. Okay, let's take a couple more altcoin requests. This should be starting to fill my positions over here on 𝗓𝗢𝗓. Let's take a look. Okay. All right, we'll be patient on 𝗓𝗢𝗓. I'll update you guys as well in the Discord if some of those positions fill. I'm going to remain patient over here, looking to scale in onto this trend line. If it breaks that, cool, it's going to come a little bit lower. Where would I stop out on this, though? Because some of you may be like, bro, this is too hectic. This is too hectic for us. We don't know what to do. Look, 𝗓𝗓𝗓's had an absolutely enormous move. I would probably start to scale out of this position if I saw us coming below the pink zone over here. So if I saw it coming into this region over here, I'll observe. Let's see if I see it setting in a lower high, something like that. Maybe I'll scale a little bit out of the position. I'll continue to re-add into the pink zone. And if I see, well, it's losing this whole level, then I'm going to scale completely out of the position for probably a small loss. Remember, I've been long on 𝗓𝗓𝗓 for a long time. So I'm offsetting a lot of the risk already based on the profits that I've made on the spot trade. I just need to remind you guys that I've been literally long on 𝗓𝗓𝗓 since here. Okay, I first started to get long on spot in 𝗓𝗓𝗓 around June, July. There you go, within this region, June, July of 2023. Then I added to that position when we're consolidating into this resistance near all-time highs, because that tells you you're going to have a breakout. And then I re-added more into that position over here. So my average entry for 𝗓𝗓𝗓 is probably somewhere down here on spot where the yellow zone is, right? Which is about 5 cents. Therefore, I'm willing to scale up that position on margin or on leverage. And if I'm wrong, I'll very quickly cut that position. Cool. But at the end of the day, this is what you're looking at, guys. You're looking at Casper over here having had a pretty substantial move. And this is the consolidation zone. You had another big move towards the upside. And when you view this on a lower time frame, what is this doing? Think of your chart patterns. What is this doing right now? And there's very few chart patterns that are reliable. I found that ascending and descending triangles are pretty reliable. And I've also found that bull flags are pretty reliable, right? You'll see a lot of bull flags. It's just bull flags. And then boom. So that's kind of the trade that I'm playing right now, is I'm looking to buy the bottom part of this bull flag. If price comes into that low region, I want to scale into that Casper position. And I'm expecting that that grind into resistance is going to lead to an explosive move towards the upside with the rest of the market, especially if ETH plays catch up. ETH's got about 30 to 40% more upside to do for it to catch up to what Bitcoin has done. And altcoins can do 50, 60, 70% from there. And I've looked at Casper. Casper is strong against both Bitcoin and Ethereum, hence the move that I've made over there. All right, guys, that brings me to the end. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all on the next show. Have a great day and cheers for now.